Once I add tools to my tool walls here between the windows, I know where they are. Hi, I'm Don and welcome to WB Fun Woodworking. As you can see behind me on both sides of the window, my tool wall is filling up pretty fast. I'll be doing something to add to this in the future, so stay tuned for that. For today, I'm going to show you how I made the tool holder for these bevel gauges. I saw a Stanley bevel gauge similar to these at an old tool swap meet sponsored by the San Diego Fine Woodworkers Association. But by the time I got back to the vendor, it was gone. At the next swap meet, I found this pair and bought them from one of the vendors. While both of these have the same patent date of 1908, they do have different blades. But they were both made in the United States. I thought I'd make a tool holder for these for my tool wall and keep both of them together. So I found this piece of walnut scrap that was perfect for the job. I measured to make sure that the gauges were equal distance from the edges of the wood. Then I marked their location with a white pencil. I found this white pencil works great on walnut. Once I was sure they were in the right location, I took my white pencil and marked where I wanted to drill holes for some dowels to hold them onto the backer piece. To make sure I drilled in the right location, I took my awl and dead blow hammer to mark the places where I needed to drill the holes. I discovered that I didn't have a dowel small enough to go through the slit in the blade, but I found the tip of these Miller dowels would work just fine. I then could drill a 1/4 inch hole for the dowel to go into the piece of walnut. I used my flush cut saw to trim the dowel. I repeated that for the second dowel. Then I used my drill guide to make sure that a 1/4 inch was the correct size to drill. I drilled the 2 holes at the drill press. You may have noticed that I put a piece of wood under the backer piece so I could drill the holes at an angle. I used the pointed end of one of the small silicone brushes from Rocklear to put the glue into the holes on the walnut. To make it easier, I poured out some glue into my Rocklear silicone tray. I used a dead blow hammer to pound in the dowels. Before placing the dowels in the holes, I put a little bit of glue on the ends of them as well. I wiped up the excess glue with a damp rag. I checked the fit of the gauges. I attached a French cleat to the back of the holder. Once everything was dry, I added several coats of lacquer to finish it off, and then added the holder to my tool wall. I'm going to really like these new Stanley bevel gauges. They have the locking feature down here at the bottom that locks in the angle, rather than the old style that has the lever here on the side, which sometimes gets in the way and sometimes is harder to use. But I'll have several of them in the shop so that I have several angles that I need to set out. I'll have more than one. I hope you found that video useful. This French cleat system that I have here has worked out great because I've already moved things around, and I'm sure that I'll move things around in the future. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up down below, leave any comments or questions that you might have, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much for watching.